Hello everyone, in this video let's discuss in detail about the exclusive access in ARM Cortex-M processor. Let's get started. Often when you are running a real-time operating system, you are most likely used to sharing a particular resource among tasks, threads, etc. So that particular resource may be a global variable or even a peripheral of the microcontroller. So let's take a global variable here as an example for understanding this. Let's take, this is the global variable that you can see on the screen, which needs to be shared among three different peripherals of the microcontroller. Let's take the peripherals to be ADC, timer, GPIO, each running in a separate task. And task 1, task 2, task 3 are those. And the task 1 right over here will be reading the global variable, and task 2 will be writing to the global variable, and task 3 wants to read and simultaneously write to the global variable. And we often use two different methods for controlling the access of shared global resources or variable, that is semaphores and mutex. So we use these two flags for controlling the access of shared global resources or variables in our real-time operating system. So let's take a scenario for understanding this. We have three different tasks: ADC, timer and LCD module. Typically, semaphore may be implemented by counter variable with the value 1, such that when a particular module, say ADC module, needs to access LCD, it decrements the counter variable by using semaphore operation. When the counter variable is 0, it indicates LCD is being busy and other modules cannot access it, or it may need to wait until ADC finished using it, and shall release it by incrementing the counter variable value to be 1. But however, decrementing of counter variable is not in a single step. It takes three different steps. First instruction reads the variable, and another instruction decrements the variable, and the following instruction actually stores it back to the memory. So it takes three different steps to increment a variable value. You need to load, decrement and then store. If context switch happens between these read and write operation, another module can read the same value, and both the ADC and the timer module may get access to the LCD, printing the overlapping data onto the LCD, and it may crash the system. So there are two ways to prevent this. One way is to disable the IRQ whenever handling counter variables, but this method is also having a major drawback, that is, it increases the interrupt latency. The other one is to use the exclusive access instructions such as exclusive load and exclusive store, LDREX and STREX. These two are the special instructions for accessing the global shared memory among tasks or peripherals whenever you are running a real-time operating system, for neglecting the usage of shared resource between context switch. This makes the handling of counter variable atomic when writing back to the memory. If the exclusive access store is not provided, the storing fails to the memory. It is used for global resource such as peripherals or global variables, which needs to be shared among all tasks of the real-time operating system. And in this video, I hope you learned or understood what is exclusive access. We will see this in action in the future videos. See you in the next video. Thanks for watching.